Good afternoon, CFM. It's Coach Matt on a Tuesday. The name of the workout today is clean. All right, we are going to be doing lots of cleans today, and then we're going to finish up with some deload strength work and core work, and then a little bit of upper body pressing. Okay, so begin with 3 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio, and then I want you to grab a barbell out. We're going to use the barbell to stretch our two receiving positions. One of them is just this front rack position, standing tall, so work on elbows high. You can do this in front of the neck, behind the neck. You can even stretch some overhead position or work with a partner to press those elbows up. And then take your squat stance, place the bar on top of the knees and sit all the way down. We're stretching out that ankle, the calf, the Achilles, and the hips in the bottom position today. When we finish that, then we're gonna do tall clean. So the tall clean is the drill portion of the movement where we work on pulling underneath the bar. So we're gonna start up on our toes. So the balls of the feet are pressed into the ground, heels are up, and the bar is somewhere between the belly button and the sternum. I'm gonna initiate this by pulling with my arms instead of with my legs. Make sure that I'm not jumping into this movement, but I'm pulling downward. So I use my arms to pull myself down to that catch position and then stand tall. Reset to this scarecrow position, pull, catch, and stand. And then when we finish that, when we finish those 2 rounds of those warm up and skill work, then we're just gonna do some basic squat cleans. And these can be 4 sets with empty bar, maybe 55, 65 pounds at the most. I just want you practicing the rhythm, hip extension, and good catch position of the squat cleans. So this is the only portion of the workout where you are directed to do this squat clean unless there is an orthopedic or anatomical reason why this is not a good idea for you. So everybody, I know when I say we're doing cleans, everybody's like, oh, thank goodness he didn't say squat cleans. I'm just gonna do power cleans. And you'll get to that later, but I still wanna practice the movement of the squat clean today. And I wanna do it in a relatively compressed format. So this doesn't need to be every minute on the minute, but it should be pretty close to that. So no time clock on this yet, but don't spend a lot of time, and definitely don't go way up in weight on these so that you're tired and you have to take weight back off when we go to the beginning of the next set of cleans. So the squat clean, starting from the ground or from the mid shin positions if you don't have weights on the bar, full hip extension, catch at the bottom of the squat, and then stand tall, okay? And that is our squat clean. You're gonna do 4 sets of 3. Again, small reps, small weight, just practice. Next, we're gonna get into our clean. This is for load, and there is 7 sets. So the way that I want you thinking about this is kind of bracketing it into like the first couple sets, the middle few sets, and then the last couple sets. So think the set of 5 and the set of 4, very moderate weight. You should be able to move fast, explosively. The next 3 sets, say we got 3, 3, and 2. Those could be like our build-up sets, still not feeling too much stress, but we're starting to move more weight. And then the last ones, the 2, 2, 2, I want those ones to be our challenge sets. Those are the ones where we are resting a lot more in between sets. We are trying to go relatively quick back to back. They do not necessarily need to be touch and go cleans. If it's, let's say you get up and you're at like 90% of your 1 rep max and you're doing your clean, and again, this is where we can be doing power cleans, and you need to drop it from your shoulders because it wouldn't feel good for you if you rode it back down and did a touch and go. That's fine, as long as you're not taking a step back and shaking it out and taking a big deep breath and then going back and calling it a double. That's acceptable, right? So about the most time that you should have, I did my clean, dropped the bar, I should step right back up to it, right back in my hands, and do the next one, okay? And that's how we'll go all the way through this 7 sets of cleans. We're scoring weight on these and honestly focusing just on the last 3 sets as far as the maximum weight is concerned. The rest of them are build-up sets, all right? When you're done with that, we're gonna shift over to our Romanian deadlifts so we can take the bar over to the rack. The rack, we should have the pins somewhere around thigh height. So I like to be about in the middle of my quads right here so that I can pick it up with just a small little extension of my hips like that. Take 1 short step backwards, and then I'm doing my Romanian deadlift where my knees just barely bend. The bar should stay in contact with my legs the whole time, so I'm pulling that bar back to my legs. And this is our deload cycle for deadlift, so it should not get too heavy. Think 40 to 50% of your 1 rep max. And then you're gonna superset every round, all 4 rounds, with contralateral dead bugs, which means we're going opposite hand foot, keeping the head and the back pressed to the ground the whole time. Then we're gonna do plank kick-throughs, right? So we'll be in our plank position and we're gonna sweep to the left, kick through, try to touch that toe, stay low in that plank position. And we're just rocking elbow to elbow. If you wanna do hand to hand, it makes it a little bit more challenging for balance because you don't have that flat plane of the elbow, but try to get your leg up to like 90 degrees away from the other one as you kick through. And then the last thing we'll do is ring dips for max reps. And I want you to think about a minimum of 8 for our ring dips. So these are set up, can you see me? Yeah, okay, right, nice and low. So I could do like a little punch from my toes, but it's still mostly with my arms. The higher you go, the more challenging it is until you have nothing touching the ground. But again, set that up so at least on your first set, your max reps are a minimum of 8. And that'll be it for today. Hope you guys had a great one, and I'll see you on Wednesday.